The reason my guests are here is because the Conneaut Arts Center is having their Men in the Kitchen event on April 25th, and Dr. Tyler Infield is one of the chefs, and Zach, your last name?
Johnson.
Johnson is one of the chefs that will be with Clint Penniman. You're here representing Clint this morning.
Correct.
They're a team. They're a team. They're going to cook together. And then our other chef is Pastor Scott Walsh from New Leaf Methodist Church, who had to be out of town today. Welcome. Welcome. Now, Zach has done this before, so Zach knows sort of what this is like to do this dinner. It's a competition, and there's three, it's like 3 men in a tub, but we have 3 men in a kitchen, and they cook for you. Each chef does an appetizer, an entree, and a dessert, and then you get to vote for the best appetizer, best entree, best dessert, and then you get to vote for the best overall presentation. So it's really a very nice evening. I'll go into details about how you can get there and where it is and all that in a minute. But Dr. Tyler,
yes,
from Infield Chiropractic Clinic. Let's talk a little bit about your menu.
Okay, so I'm going to start with the vegetable skewer, kind of have some different vegetables on there with some cheese, pretty much just a fresh appetizer to start with, but it's very light because it's going to be a long
There's a lot of food. You get a lot of food for the price.
And then it's going to be followed with some barbecue ribs with asparagus, and then it's going to be topped off with chocolate-covered strawberries for dessert.
Did you? This is a side to our conversation, but did you get a hold of Tom yet?
I have not.
Okay.
I need to.
Okay. All right. I did talk to him yesterday, but when we're all done, I'll tell you what he said.
Yeah, I got your text, so I've been very busy with that.
I know it is busy, and this is the first time that Dr. Tyler has cooked in Men in the Kitchen.
Cooked for that many people.
And cooked for that many people. We're really trying for 100 people. We know we can do that. He was ambitious. He said, let's have 200 people.
But then I had to cook.
Yeah, that changed. They're small portions, but still, before the evening is over, and Zach will tell you that, before the evening's over, you've really had a fantastic meal. Something you never would get in a restaurant. I mean, it's really...
It's a lot of food, and it's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun.
Part of the fun of it, if you're cooking, is it gets a little it gets extremely hectic. It's quite a bit crazy.
Absolutely.
It is. Luckily this year we're at a much bigger area to cook in. Mm-hmm. It's got to be 4 to 5 times the size of what we had last year to cook in.
Yes, that was really 3 men in the kitchen.
That was
like a joke.
That was 3 men. That was 3 men in a cabinet that happened to have cooking equipment in it.
Exactly.
You know, which is fine. That made it interesting. So I'm glad we get to have what we are.
Yeah. What he's referring to is we're actually moving the event from the Conneaut Arts Center to New Leaf Methodist Church. We're going to do it in the old church by McDonald's on the corner there because the kitchen is so much larger. The dining area is a little bit larger, but mainly because the kitchen area is larger. The logistics of that many meals in my small kitchen and area really is a kind of a nightmare. It's sort of like a dance routine. Everybody has to be in sync in the right spot at the right moment, or yeah.
Well, yeah, because not only last year one of the issues was, and it wasn't too bad for me. I'm used to working at fast food places and bar and grills where you have next to no room to maneuver. Not only do you have the cooks and the food, you also have the servers and people coming in to make sure the staging's correct. And you know, 4 or 5 people, fine. That's easy enough to do. Mm-hmm. But then you start getting all the young servers, and me and Clint are not small people, and trying not to go and run over teenagers is difficult, especially when you have really hot trays of food in your hands. Yeah. But I think the location's a lot better, and the logistics will be much easier to do. Yeah. So I'm excited for it, and just the stuff that we have access to cook with is phenomenal, and it's really nice that got the opportunity to do it there.
I think so too. It was very nice of Pastor to offer, and he's the other chef that will be there also. This really is an interesting evening. If you haven't come before, It's a very interesting evening. And Zach, you're cooking with Clint Penniman. Would you like to go through your menu?
Yeah, for our appetizer, we're going with walleye nuggets with a ram dip and a nice, wonderful fresh spring slaw. For people who don't know, rams are a locally growing wild leek. They grow along river and creek beds. Very delicious. They're like an onion, kind of crossed with a garlic. So there's a very nice, fresh taste to it. I mean, you can eat them raw. They're fantastic raw. Our main dish, our entree, is going to be steak medallions with, what the heck was here? No, with sauteed ramps and wild mushrooms, and they're going to be served with garlic mashed potatoes and fresh grilled veggies. For dessert, it's going to be either creme brulee with cream and fresh berries, or it's going to be a French pastry with chocolate flake with an almond gelato.
All right, so here's 2 desserts right here. Never mind the good food. The desserts, chocolate covered strawberries, and then a French pastry or creme brulee. You're making me hungry. I can eat that stuff for breakfast.
Yeah, I was writing over just to make sure I was going to be able to go and, get all this in my head in the right order. And I'm like, man, I haven't eaten breakfast yet.
I know, it sounds wonderful.
Reading my own menu, it's like, I want to cook this now.
I know. So just talking to these 2 chefs, we've got steak medallions and we've got barbecued ribs. How can you beat that? All right, then we have Chef, and all I have from Chef Pastor Scott is that his entree is going to be chicken Alfredo with fettuccine. So you've got chicken, you've got your ribs, and you've got steak.
Don't forget the walleye.
And then, and then walleye. And everybody's going to use the fresh spring vegetables. There's nothing better this time of year than fresh asparagus or fresh vegetables. Or as Zach said, picking the ramps from the, fresh ramps. There's nothing better than springtime vegetables. The screwers, the fresh vegetables, it just sounds wonderful to me.
For the price, it's a good deal. Let's
This
just say that.
is an awesome deal. All right, so this is our 3rd year, and I meant to bring the trophy. We have a trophy. We actually engrave your name on and put your name on a trophy if you happen to win the overall. It is April 25th. It's at New Leaf Methodist Church. It all starts at 6:30. It's $35 a person for non-members. Now remember, you're getting 3 entrees, 3 appetizers, and 3 desserts. You're also getting a beverage of choice, and there is entertainment. So it is a complete evening. It is $30 for center members, but if you can get 8 of your best friends, maybe not even best friends, just friends, and get a table, it's $200 or $25 a person for a table of 8. There isn't any place in Conneaut that you're going to go dining on April 25th and get a meal like this for that price. We have high school servers, so you are served. There's music, there's entertainment. It is really, really a nice evening. So, do you like to cook normally? Do you cook a lot?
Yeah, I do. I cook pretty regularly, I guess you could say.
Is it relaxation for you? Is it
somewhat kind of a getaway. The ribs are one of my favorite things to cook just because they take forever to actually make, but when they're done, it's really enjoyable to eat them, I guess.
It is. So. It sounds good. It sounds good. But, for some people, cooking is just their relaxation. It's like a creative outlet from what you do every day.
Right.
And Dr. Tyler's being a chiropractor, so... it's kind of relaxing at the end of the day to go home and sit down, cook a good meal.
Well, that makes for a long day when I cook. I try to cook on the weekends. So.
Oh, see?
Weekdays I don't cook.
See, the truth comes out. And Zach, I know that Clint loves to cook, so obviously you do too if you've worked in a lot of different places.
I love cooking. We always cook a lot of stuff we get together. We'll just go and make a lot of stuff.
I can't imagine.
It was one year we got really ambitious for I think it was a Super Bowl party it was a Super Bowl party, and we did nothing but we made fresh pizzas,
Ah.
Because he had a wood burning oven, he had wood burning stoves. So the time it would normally take for bread to rise was cut down dramatically. We could make dough, it would rise and be ready for pizza in no time. We had to make 30 some pizzas.
Wow.
In 3 hours.
Wow.
Because they're just going in, coming out, and just topping with all sorts of stuff.
Throw a community party.
Yeah.
There's actually a lot of people there who decided, yeah, we're not doing that again because that was. I just
forgot all about the Super Bowl at that point.
We spent more time cooking, and it's always fun cooking with them. Because you can be really creative and just let your mind go, and just make a whole bunch of different things. I can actually cook I can cook more dishes than I would actually eat myself. I like some fish, but not a lot. But I can cook everything from fish to lobster and back again, and just it's really fun just having fresh stuff to work with. I don't like working with anything frozen because it doesn't come out as fun as nice as you'd like it. And it's just, you got the smells of everything coming together, which is great. I know he really likes cooking, and it's something that's why I like doing it last year and this year. The planning, it's not deciding what we want to do, it's deciding, okay, what don't we want to do, which is almost as bad, because it's like, we could cook all this, but we can, it has to be small stuff for a lot of people. We didn't finalize it until I walked out the door.
That's what I figured. They had a deadline today. I said my phone is here because Pastor was supposed to send me his menu this morning before 8, and I don't have it yet. Because it's hard. You're cooking for 100 people, and of course we all know that the people that are working there and the servers are always sneaking food out of the kitchen. Just be aware of that. We are always sneaking food out of the kitchen when we can. We have to sample it first to make sure that it's good, so that when it goes out to our guests, they're going to like it. Clint and Zach did it last year, and
we had leftovers. We had a lot.
Well, and they were willing to come back this year, so it really must have been fun. And everybody really enjoys what you do. I mean, you can't imagine how much they enjoy it at the end of the evening.
And that's good. Like I told you the other day, I don't really cook a lot for myself. I will cook and make myself food. But this is a lot better because it's nice to see somebody enjoying it. It's like any other form of art, which is suiting because it's for the art center. And to me, that's what art and cooking is. It's something for everybody to share together and enjoy.
And there's presentation involved.
Right.
I mean, there's a lot goes into this. It's not just cooking and slapping the food out on the plates and, throwing it on the table and saying, here's ribs, go for it. I mean, it's about presentation. On TV today, there's so many cooking shows. I like Chopped. I really like to watch Chopped because I'm intrigued by the odd things that they give you. Watch Chopped?
Oh, I have, yeah.
I'm intrigued by the odd things that they give them, stuff I never heard of. And they have to make, ridiculous stuff out of some of that food that they give them.
Captain Crunch?
Yeah. And I enjoy that. I think it's what a challenge to have to come up with stuff like that. See, I can see you guys getting a basket of stuff. But they only have to make 4 plates. They have to make 100.
Yeah. If Clint's kids saw us give a basket of random stuff, they're fine. Because we will, if we have something that is remotely edible, we can turn it into a meal.
Yeah.
The presentation will vary because of, you're giving Captain Crunch and steak. I know. They actually did that on a Chopped, which is why I brought that up. The other good one's Guys Grocery Games.
Yeah.
Because they're given a budget and you have to get these kind of items.
Yeah.
Which is, for me, a lot more relatable. Because, don't got a lot of money, but you can still cook something fantastic. Right. And some of the stuff they make out of that, and they're top level chefs with restaurants, and they're buying canned meat, and they're working with it, and they hate it.
Yeah.
I see that, I'm like, I can feed a good amount of people for very little, so I'm good with it.
Well, the original idea came up you know, a lot of times when we do dinners and things like that, it's always women in the kitchen kind of thing. And there's so many cooking shows on TV today, and this actually came out about 3 years ago with the idea that let's put 3 men in the kitchen and have a little bit of a competition. And we know that there's a lot of men locally. I hear all the time, oh, my husband's such a good cook, or my boyfriend's such a good cook, or you know, and so we thought that this would be just kind of a natural thing to do, and we've had a lot of fun with it. So if you're looking for a fun evening, something different to do, and you love good food, and I'm going to make that capital letters, good food, Men in the Kitchen is an event that you will want to come to. And besides, we have to support these guys. You know, this is a competition.
We can't eat all the food.
I know.
Oh, not that much. No.
And really the logistics of cooking for 100 people, you're going to find a little challenging. It is a little challenging. But you only get a portion. You don't get a full entree. So when we're giving you these menus, you're not going to get a dinner plate from each chef with their entree. You're going to get probably about a third of a portion of what you would normally get, because you do have to get up from the table and walk home. And any leftover food we let you take home from your plate. So if you can't finish it, it's yours for later on. But we want you to sample it because you have to vote for these people. And this is the way it works. Men in the Kitchen on April 25th. You can call the Arts Center after 10 o'clock for tickets. You can go to our website. You can email me at Kilpie, K-I-L-P-I 1025 at Suite224 for tickets. You can stop in and pick up tickets. But you want to get 8 of your best friends, and you want to have a really fun evening. 4 couples, you got it made. You're right in town, and you'll really enjoy your evening. So I'm excited. I can't wait. It's going to be here soon.
Yeah,
It's gonna be here really soon.
it's
I think I'm buying
actually on my
ribs this
birthday.
Oh, Zach, you should have did birthday cake
Yeah,
then.
what's up with that?
I don't eat cake.
Oh, see,
I don't. I really don't eat cake. I've had one piece of cake because my cousin's little boy went and asked me to.
yeah.
She said, have a piece of my birthday cake. And I'm like, okay, I will. And that was really it. And I eat cake maybe 3 times a year.
Yeah, see. Well,
And my those get expensive. And so, you know, that's, and I like I said, I like cooking. So I'd rather cook on my birthday for a bunch of, I would, honestly.
yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't need to go out and do anything. Not on a Saturday, because Saturdays are, well, they're busy with things like this.
Well, and if it's your birthday or a friend of yours' birthday, you can bring them to Men in the Kitchen, and Zach will cook for you on his birthday. That'll be kind of cool.
Yeah, it's like I said, I'd rather do something that everybody's going to enjoy and you know, appreciate. So might as well do that
Very
on my birthday.
good. Very good. Well, I'm going to run through the menu quickly, and then if you either one of you have something to say before we close up, we will do that. Dr. Tyler Infield is going to do a fresh spring vegetables on a skewer. He is going to do barbecued ribs. I didn't probably say that right. Barbecued ribs with grilled asparagus. Nice fresh asparagus this time of year. And for dessert, chocolate-covered strawberries. Hand-dipped chocolate-covered strawberries. Right now, the only thing I have for Pastor Scott is that he's going to do chicken Alfredo with fettuccine for his entree. I know he was talking about a bunch of different things yesterday for dessert, like a strawberry soup and things like that. So he'll get creative. Clint and Zach are going to do walleye nuggets with a ramp dip and spring slaw. They're going to do steak medallions with wild mushrooms, garlic mashed potatoes, and fresh grilled vegetables. And for dessert, it'll be a surprise. They're either going to do creme brulee with fresh berries, or they're going to do a French pastry with chocolate flakes and almond gelato. Doesn't that sound good? I love gelato. So, last thoughts.
Anybody who says that there's nothing to do in this town, there's plenty of stuff to do. I'm
Yep.
looking at a table full of things, so make sure you get involved and do some things.
Yep. Give us a call and get those tickets.
I completely agree. It's for a really good cause. Yeah, it's a good fundraiser. You get to go and support the Conneaut Art Center by enjoying edible art.
Absolutely. Yep. Yep.
You know, it's a good fun time for everybody. I know I saw everybody's reaction last year. Everybody had a good time.
We did have a good time.
What'd they say when they left?
Oh, Everybody had such a good time. They were thrilled to death. They really were.
Well, I mean about the portion size.
Well, it was a lot of food. It was a lot of food last year.
It's a lot of food.
But it's interesting because you can eat a little bit of everything. You can take it home if you can't finish it all. But honestly, it's so good. You know, it's like going and having a 4 or 6 course meal. Really, it's like having a 9-course meal.
It is, yeah.
But
Nobody left hungry.
Nobody left hungry.
No.
Absolutely not. And again, we have some beverages there. Last year, Arnie, Esther from Marco Winery did a little bit of wine education, pairing of wine with certain foods. We may do that again this year. We have Rod Raker on the piano for background music. And we also have a few absolutely wonderful dance performances, just 2 short ones. Our spring performance is coming up, and our dance director would like to wow you with what some of the kids are doing in between courses. So we're going to let you rest a little bit in between. This is a night event. It starts at 6:30. You won't finish up until around 9-ish. I think last year we were right around 9 when we got done. So it is an evening event, 9:30. And then of course, you know, you've had a lot to eat and entertainment and a wonderful evening. So again, the tickets are $35 for non-members of the Art Center. They are $30 for members of the center. See, there's your discount right there. And if you get 8 of your best friends, and you have a table of 8, it's $200, and that comes out to $25 a person on April 25th.
And that doesn't matter if you're a member or not, correct?
That doesn't matter if you're a member or not for a table of 8. You put that table of 8 together, and it's $25 a person or $200. So come celebrate with us. Come celebrate the art of food on April 25th. Thanks, guys.